Let's do it.
Okay, sure.
It's my duty as an alpha or something. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, Court of Darkness, and welcome to Rage Across New York, Furball venue. On today's scene, we're gonna take place at the not Cubs cabin anymore, which have been decided amongst these people to be named the Children Cabin. Because obviously that's way more mature now. As Tapisha has asked her packmates to meet her in the cabin, as she has a fucking stack of papers with all the testimonies of people, with where she is basically taking a pencil, putting circles around certain declaration, scratching some of her paper, throwing it in the garbage can, and just working while she's waiting for her packmates.
Will has spent, as he's doing, as he really like being on set, even though the Cub Cabins are kind of away from the main area, of the Cub Cabin area, he doesn't really like being on set while he's currently under this right. Seeing people that he would maybe perhaps like to have a conversation with, not speaking to him, is not pleasant. So he spends most of his time off set, doing various jobs, researching and spending time with his kin. However, he has just arrived back on set, and he has yeah, so we'll walk on, and he has with him a small red lunchbox, almost like what a child would have. And he'll come up to the Children of the Spirit Wild new cabin and just walk in.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you're a kind of guy. Obviously, you would have a children-like box.
Yep. And he won't say anything. He'll nod at Tapisha, but seeing that she's got work to do, he'll just sit down, open it up, and start having a sandwich. He looks pretty content.
As she she takes a look away from her paper for a second. So what is it this time?
What?
Your sandwich, dummy.
Tuna mayonnaise. You want one?
she raised her hands. Nah, I wouldn't want to deprive Becky of her hard work.
Seriously, there's way more than I want
here. Okay, man. Listen, just you realize that if you told her that it's too much, she would make less. If you keep giving me your last goddamn sandwich you're not eating, you realize that she's going to continue and make more.
Will looks down at the like 5 or 6 sandwiches. Like this lunchbox is just packed with sandwiches. And he looks pretty intimidated by the idea of telling Becky not to cook him.
Okay, I'll guess I'll help you finish your goddamn sandwich as she continues to work on her damn papers, not paying attention to the lunchbox.
Will comes over and plops it down in front of her. What are you doing?
I'm looking at all the declarations. I got forlorn, and she takes her glasses off and she rubs her eyes. Oh.
I guess mine's in there, right?
Yep, Mister. I'm bowing while I'm leaving.
Mr. What?
Yeah, you think I hadn't? Yeah, you think I didn't saw you bowing, like going all wriggle and stuff?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was funny you were there.
Yeah, you learn a lot of things by listening to people talk and ignoring you. You learn a lot. Like how people give away apparently a coin that belongs to their grandfather that has been in their family for 100 years or so. Like apparently
Good
fairies
lord.
are quite common except in Ireland, which I think is fucking creepy.
Crock of shit, that was an ancient family heirloom.
Mm,
And let
yeah.
this be the moment that Latahine walks in. Um, her hair is wet. She has some dirt on her face, probably like on her cheek or something. She carries like a bucket and several rags. Looks very dirty, but eh, like she'd just been
She,
cleaning something pretty. That was pretty filthy.
she looks at her. You went underwater gardening?
Er?
I mean, she looks at her up and down like, what were you doing?
I went swimming first, and then I cleaned one of the shrines.
Maybe the different, maybe the other way around next time.
Why?
No reason. It looks like you've been
Yeah,
cleaning the bullshit off the Fiona.
she's just she's just
It's a couple of times. What?
Tapisha for her part, she's just looking at the ground where there's probably traces of feet.
She's still standing at the door, so there's probably maybe
Okay.
like a puddle forming a little
Oh
bit.
no. Oh no, okay, no, because I was thinking, she entered and then we had little little
No,
little platin feet marked,
no, not yet.
uh, and she looks at
She will
her.
place the bucket outside, actually, like on the porch, and looks at the clothing. Wait, I
Uh,
need to wash that. She starts to take all the things off.
you should hit the shower.
Yeah, well, soon. She uses the inside of her clothing to kind of like make sure her feet are clean, and then she takes off her shoes and just walks around in basically in her underwear, which is still reasonably clean if not wet.
Did you manage to get that piece of paper to Teresa?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Didn't got any answer. Would have appreciated, but I guess she got the message.
What
That's
are
good.
you doing?
Huh? She looks up from her papers. What?
What are you two doing?
Uh, me, I'm currently going through all the declaration that Jacob Breyer got from the people that he interviewed,
Oh,
and
Anything
anything interesting?
uh,
You shouldn't really tell us. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's meant to be for. It should at least be a little private, not just set gossip.
I mean, genuinely, that's gonna be known, or I'm gonna make it a story.
William, did you share your secrets in that thing?
No.
Well, is there
What's,
something I'm not supposed to know then?
no, but there may be other things that the people don't want known. What secrets do I have?
Uh, and she actually
There may be secrets.
she actually like takes a little file she made, and there's Oath of Silence written on it. So, Oath of Silence secrets. And she opens it. Uh, no, I got nothing. You're plain.
See, I'm boring and honest.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
was the
so
same.
boring.
I was just wondering, did did Aiden do his interview yet?
Uh, no, I mean, not with Jacob Raya, so maybe he went with the other guy.
And you're not sitting with the other guy.
Well, I mean, I didn't have the time to have an introduction with him. I need to go through all this first.
Right, I
Aiden wasn't
see.
really involved in it, was he?
Hmm? Sorry, what did you say?
I said Aiden wasn't really involved in it. He didn't come to the sheep fields.
But he was still summoned for questioning.
That's actually true.
Will shrugs.
I don't know.
Platin will go to a bedroom to get some new outfits. Just actually goes outside to like put the very dirty clothing in the bucket as well, and then goes to the bedroom, and like a couple of minutes later comes out with some fresh clothing.
She puts her paper down and she takes off her glasses as she rubs her temples. Okay, so I been I've been talking with Coles of Fury. She
What's she
she
doing?
eyes well. She gave me a little bit more details about what she's actually doing. She's she's going through her Adrian challenge and she needs to go back to her home country.
Is
Where's
she
she from?
leaving?
I'm sorry, Robbie. Can you repeat because I understood what Saskia said, but I didn't quite catch what William said.
He said, "Where's she from?"
She's from Greece, or at least more precisely, she personally is not, but the tribe is mainly located there.
Is that
We'll
far?
just kind of.
Ah, she winks a little bit. It's on the other side of the ocean.
It's far. It's further than where I'm from.
Platin will nod. We'll make a subterfuge roll.
Oh boy. Well, I have 3 successes, which is not bad.
Me too.
She looks a little sad. She's trying to hide it, but
Mm.
yeah.
She nods. Yeah. She she wants to have she's having basically a conversation with a lot of people. Um, you should probably talk to her since she gave uh, she gave the hunters of a loss den to Great White Mouse. So I guess if she's leaving soon, someone will probably have to take care of this place. So
I kind of
maybe you could.
asked that we would do that, or I would do that, or
Hmm, yeah, but you know, having a little tour and everything.
I'll, I'll go talk to her.
Will kind of has a look like, yeah, you go talk to her.
She turns to William. She loves you so much. She looks at William.
She can go fuck herself.
That's not a nice thing to say, Will.
It wasn't meant to be nice.
You can at least have respect for your fellow crew and not say it like that, even though you feel like that.
Cause the Fury is.
I
I get it, you guys like her, but I was her cub too. And I went to her and I asked for her help, and she's not helped me.
I'm sorry for that, Will.
guess not every relation can be harmonious.
I guess.
But she, well, believe it or not, even if she was, well, yeah, uh, obviously she feel ways about
Yeah,
you.
she feels ways and she tells everybody she feels ways. I don't go around the set saying horrible things about her.
But she still, at least from conversation that I had, she still has respect for you as an Arun.
Will has a raised eyebrow and looks like he does not believe this.
Well,
Does anyone
anyway,
want coffee?
uh, oh yeah, I could go for a coffee, as I think actually there's probably like one or two empty cups already.
Claudine will go over to the kitchen and start making coffee.
But actually, she made a few fair points that I think we need to talk
What?
regarding what it is to be a pack. Uh, I think we work well together when we work together. But ever since the older god and all those things, we haven't had the chance to really go together as a pack and do things together. I think that we are free, strong-willed individual, but we need to be more than than that. And I know that we are close, but I think we can go further than that,
To
and
be
not just be. Yeah.
You know I have a great respect for calls,
Mm-hmm.
but I do agree with her that we are not yet as strong a pack as, for instance, the Striders are or the Hunters were. But also, we have only been a pack for a couple of weeks. We don't have a totem yet, and we are not connected through a totem yet. I think those are things that also help form that bond that you're talking about. Now, I'm not saying that we can't do anything to further that bond or to make that grow, but we can't expect to be one overnight. Things like that take time, and we will need to get used to the fact that we have to trust each other unconditionally. And
Roll me manipulation subterfuge.
why? She's not lying. This is something that she feels that she needs to work on that specifically. Why do you think she names it first? She realizes that, but that's easier said than done, you know?
That's so hilarious, the delivery. Hilarious.
I
But sure, if you want, I will roll manipulation subterfuge. And you can tell me where I'm lying.
I do think it's that you're lying. It's that
Yeah.
Okay, she's trying. Let's just say that she's trying to hide the fact that in that part she was talking about herself very much more than maybe the others. But she really wasn't trying to hide that per se.
Mm.
I mean,
no,
she's
I mean
making
I don't.
coffee and she
I,
speaks, but
I manipulation. I sorry, perception empathy. I didn't mind really. Yeah, we'll guess that she's talking about herself just as much as them. But yeah, sorry. Jeez,
I lost my train of thoughts. Thank you.
sorry.
Oh, what an asshole!
I know, right?
You were talking about building us up as a sorry,
Yeah,
built like which is not going to happen overnight.
it's just it takes time, and we need to not rush ourselves and accept that we will need that time. We're all three Cleats, even though Will is practically fostering already. But
Well,
we have not been a pack for more than a couple of weeks, and
Mm.
a bond like that, it just takes time to grow as well. We're not used to it.
Yes, Robbie. You want to cringe?
no, Will just doesn't. Will just raises an eyebrow when you say practically fostered already. Will does say,
According to the spirits, he is.
I agree. I absolutely agree, Tarte. But I disagree on one thing. It's never going to be one day we're not a pack and one day we're the perfect pack. You know, things will always need to be
I didn't say
worked on.
that.
No, I know, but things will always need to be worked on. Will always need to be, you know, will
Yes.
change and relearning and all these things.
Yes.
But I don't see how this means that we can't do things together. You know,
I also said that we
That's
definitely like spur things along. We need to.
that's really what I want to talk about because, yeah, I like as I said to Coals of Fury, like me and Will, we're Hamid-born. That's that's not something that comes overnight. Like it doesn't happen like that. Like poof,
No, it
my
takes
magic.
about 9 months.
And she looks at her. What?
Being homeward born takes about 9 months.
And she's actually going to P&E that because pretty much she's wondering. Wait, is that a joke or is she literal? Two successes,
She is very literal.
and she face palm.
what what our glorious alpha means, sister, is that being in a pack is not a natural thing for humans. We have friends, we have family, but it's not the same as
You're not
for a wolf.
humans. You're homids. It
That's
will. It is
that's
no. Partially, even though you are, even if you are raised completely in the human world like you have been, Will, there is part of you that always probably have wanted to belong. Have you not been in groups in your human life? Did you not say you were a captain of something? Have you never, have you not always strived to be part of a community? To belong?
I don't really see what bearing that has. I mean, uh, of
That's
course, even you as humans want to belong, but it's not the same as a wolf pack.
No, it's not the same. I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm saying that part of you, and that part is probably stronger with a Homid-born Guru who hasn't had his first change yet, than with a simple human. Part of you always wanted to belong because that's your Garu nature. You've always had it. You just didn't know you had it. That's your instinct.
well. I mean, I didn't say that wasn't a thing. I'm just saying that being, you know, Hamid-born, even if we have that part. Like obviously, it's natural to a lupus-born. Lupus-born understand Pack's concept way more easier than Hamid-born do. It's what I mean. That we have that part, yes, but obviously, like we need we need to adapt and merge. Like use that wolf part more. But yeah, what I was trying to come up with is that yes, we've been a pack for a few weeks, so obviously we're not gonna magically become a pack and have everything goes well and all those things. I'm just saying that you know we should we should work together as a pack to do things like, for example, I heard that well, I know that Calls of Fury wanted to do this to bring us in the northern part of a protectorate and hunt, I don't know, a deer or a boar. Like that's just a healthy exercise to work together. Obviously, when we will have a totem, that thing will work better. It will work better, and we will be connected, and we will have a patron to help us. I'm just I'm just saying that we've not been doing activities. We've been together, and that's good. But I think it would do us good if we did something.
I agree.
What's your opinion? She turns to Lapsy.
Well, it's gonna depend on what you're gonna suggest because building this, she kind of waves towards the papers, but not in a actual like pointing them out. Building all these things that you both are doing in the human world, it's not something I can assist in. You guys have been very busy with that together, and I have done the SEP things. So if you are saying that you guys will need to continue on that, then maybe
I was more thinking of hunting.
that might work. Though she again this time more raises her hands. Hunting is not my strong suit, but
I mean, I think I think technically we don't need to, you know, do hunting solely for the purpose of hunting. Like, if there's a lot of things that comes with hunting, like obviously, trying to sneak, trying to find other members of a pack who are hiding in order to work ourselves, to work our perception to be better. Like I know Will wants to go.
it will give her a dead
Yeah, I
stare
know.
with the one eye that she has.
And she go. I know this is not perfect. Okay, I'm. Why do you think I'm working so hard on making that fucking story? Like, I I want your thing to be paid so that.
I know, I know. Don't worry.
But yeah, like you you made a good point yesterday. You made a good point regarding the fact that technically we're we are not ready yet, to do the full let's cross the Umbra in the middle of the city and let's fuck over some pattern spiders. Like we're not ready.
Yeah.
That's
Plus, I think it would be a very dumb idea to just go randomly killing pattern spiders.
but that's more or less the point. We are we are on Sept, where even if we run the risk of being, trapped between the two worlds, we still have the ability, if something goes bad, to go read for somebody else. But hunting in protected parts have the advantage of, being protected, which means that, well, we can do mistakes, we can do mistakes, we can train, and, well, killing a deer or a boar, even if I would say you have to be wary of a fucking boar because boar can be fucking assholes. Like, it's obviously less uh, risk for everybody than to just go on a random killing spree in the city.
Why don't we just drive out
I was
upstate?
gonna say, you do realize that there are no deers or boars in Central Park.
And she puts down like her pencil and she points a finger. There's rabbit.
I think
But
killing small furry animals would be a terrible idea to do right now.
hmm but
We
Will,
can
you
drive. We can drive
suggestion like
upstate.
yes. Do we have you both have one of those?
Uh, yeah.
Right?
Tuak. Tuak got a car.
I think all my kin have car except Tony.
The guy from the joke doesn't have a car.
But we do need to let someone know where we are,
Uh, hmm,
just so that if something would go wrong, they at least know, and we won't be lost forever.
well, I mean, I can always send a message to Teresa.
Hmm
I can always send a message saying, "Hey, got off fishing. Be back." It, it, it's it's an image.
Okay.
uh, oh, and also the player who's looking at his sheet see that apparently he's still a cub. He will need to talk with the ST about this imposture. Uh,
Horrible.
Terrible indeed. Uh, but yeah, no, I mean we can go on car and we can go on car and do our hunt. But pretty sure I'm
Can have a
pretty sure
picnic afterwards.
calls talked about the protectorate of the north or some part in the north where apparently they hunt.
All right, then let's go do that.
Sorry, Will, you wanted to say something?
We can have a picnic afterwards.
I think if we kill something, that's gonna be the picnic, man.
Yeah, man. We can have other things there. Take some orange, a few beers.
I hope you have enough. 'Cause,
He looks at Will at that, and if, like, even through her one eye, if looks can kill.
like, actually, what did he say? Because I didn't catch that OC.
He said a few beers. She's just looking at him.
Will just sticks his tongue out at her.
But yeah, like I hope as she gets up, I hope you still have things in your stomach because yeah, you're you can always yeah. Actually, that's something you can repay Becky by bringing some fresh meat. Hmm?
You think she'd like it?
I mean, hey, free food is still free food. Like, have you seen the price of meat in the market?
She might think I'm
That's
kind of a badass if I kill it myself as well.
hmm, yeah, yeah, sure, big boy. She will definitely at this moment think you're a badass.
Will looks satisfied with that. Cool. Should we go up now? I'll call Tom. He can give us a lift.
Tlatahin looks very confused at this exchange.
She yeah, she had she she has a look like, oh, that's right. You haven't met Becky. Met Becky. She's making him this delicious sandwich.
Oh,
She's gonna get me
okay.
fat.
That means you need to work out harder.
Yeah, you see? See? She points to the latte.
Go for more runs. There was one thing, guys. Do you remember when we were in Brooklyn and we were talking about the difficulty of crossing the Umber that deep in the city?
Uh-huh.
So I remembered something Isaac told me, and I kind of remembered, and I've been practicing, and I think I think I've got it down. And he'll go over to wherever Talata put the POT because he would have asked her earlier. Somewhere, probably in one of the drawers.
Hmm.
He'll get it out. My tribe have a right called the right of the teachers, and this basically means if we smoke this and we start tripping out, I don't know if it only affects me or if I can pass the effect on to you, but it means we can see the Umbra better and we can step into it from a Telerian much more easily.
But you do know what the effect of that is on your mind, right?
We only need to be under its effect when we step over. Then we can simply shift out of breed form and sober up.
Well, yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
Mm. I
Will
mean,
kind of scowls. This is a sacred right of my tribe. It's something that they do. It's not just saying something stupid.
I know it's not something stupid, Will. I'm just looking at the practical effect of it. If we're being hunted down by something, then that might not be the best idea.
Of course, it
I
requires
mean,
planning, but say we want to break into a Vank bolt, somewhere where the weaver's webs are so thick that it's almost impossible to get through. I don't know, a
mm,
brewery, for example, a factory. These are the places that it's almost impossible to push through. And if we do this, it could be that much easier. I'm just saying it's an option. The only thing I need
It is
is
definitely an option.
I need
And
to unlock and awaken the spirit of the drug.
I get that right under control, but it's difficult.
mm. Well, I mean, I definitely think that as as we pointed out, testing things in the sept is actually probably the easiest way to do things. Like I
Mhm.
think we can try the ride on sept and see, exactly what the effects are. That way we can we can be better prepared when we will not have any other solution than to use the ride, as Will pointed out in a certain situation.
Yeah.
I would genuinely say, that it's better to try it here than never to try it, and then when we need it, be surprised by after effects that may or may not occur.
This is
Will
true.
is as he's thinking. I met the weirdest person last night. I can't get her out of my head. I think she was like some street musician or something.
Street what?
Like those street performers and they do a performance and then get money. She was like making people drop their wallets and shit. It was super weird. I can't remember her bloody name though. I'm trying to definitely.
That's that sounds like a scam, man. Like
Yeah,
people
she
dropping
was
their
a drug
wallet.
addict. She was definitely like yeah.
And you're probably just too drunk to remember her name.
Mm.
There's the look.
Yeah, Will is used to this look by now and just ignores it. Just doesn't seem to bother him. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You want to start off now? I can call Tom.
I think there's there's also something I need to ask.
Cocks his head.
Yes.
What's up?
and she she mostly looks at Will more than she looks at Talate. Are you fine with me being the alpha of this pack?
Will looks a bit taken aback by the question. Look, people keep telling me Irunes have to lead, and they have to do this, and they have to do that, and blah blah blah. But I don't want our alpha to be like that. It's not about, you know, we talk about things, we're not giving orders. But Will is going to. It might look a bit silly, but he's actually going to kind of like kneel down in front of Tapisha, and he'll say, "I voluntarily give you my loyalty and my service, and I will absolutely accept you as my alpha. And I have no desire, even when I hit Fostern, to be it. And you have no need to worry. I'm not going to try and take it from you."
She exchanged a look with Talati as she seems extremely uncomfortable with the situation.
Will has done this before. Whenever Will has had to show deference to somebody, he usually adopts something
Yeah.
of like a knightly kneel rather than a roll over on the floor, as Isaac
Oh,
taught.
yeah, no, I mean, it's not that she's more comfortable when you say, "Yeah, I will not challenge you" and stuff, like, because she feels like, wait, am I putting a dictatorship or something? She's thinking,
If
but she looks back at Will as she goes, "I was not okay. I didn't ask undying loyalty. Like, seriously, man. No, I genuinely, I don't. I I'm not sure 100% what it means to be an alpha, and I think that pretty much I'm I'm gonna have a bumpy ride until I find it. I just I guess I wanted the discussion with Cole made me question things, and I wanted to be sure that because yeah, like, it's pretty much you're putting your life in my hand.
I
I need
think that's a very good quality in a leader. Questioning yourself, not being totally sure. I think I proved that being overconfident and thinking that you know exactly what's right is not not something we need. If you're questioning it, if you're thinking about it, if you're worrying about these sort of things, that's a good thing.
she will turn to Talate, even if unless there's a huge revelation where Talate goes, "No, I'm the alpha now."
Latin is looking rather surprised at Will because she doesn't understand the gesture. She is not raised with that kind of yeah body language, basically.
Mhm.
And she she doesn't really seem to, yeah, like for her there is no doubt that it's
Mm.
either one of them, and if Will is like, I'm not gonna do it, then yeah. So there's not really any reaction from her, unless the priest says like, well, speak your mind, god damn it.
I mean, she, yeah, I mean, she looks like, yeah, she definitely looks at Talate as in, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know more or less the answer, but you know, like, we're having a moment, participating moment.
Okay. She looks at the two of them, kind of leaning against the counter. She is also not by now sipping on a cup of coffee. Both of you, by the way, have cups of coffee in front of you now. Fuck that shit.
Yes, coffee.
And Will, what you said is true. It is usually an Arun who takes the leading position. However, if you don't feel that that fits you, in the end, you are not the auspice is you. And you create your own truth within your auspice. There are many different kinds of Aruns, and not all of them are the alpha of their pack. A lot of them are. Same goes for Galliards, and same goes for Theurges and any other auspice.
Will
So,
just kind of, I'm sorry, go on.
no, go on.
Will just kind of shrugs. I'm not saying that at some point in the future this might not change. I think we need to, we need to support Tapisha in this position. But part of that support is being constructively critical. She's going to make mistakes. And I know that we need to tell them when she does that. And it needs to be an open discussion. And she needs to know that if she doesn't feel that she wants to do it, then one of us will step up for it. We're an Umbral Pactolate and you're the Theurge. It
She
almost makes
turned
more.
red a little bit.
It almost makes more sense for a Theurge to do that than Arun. I mean, obviously, if we go into a combat situation, it's my responsibility. That's what my training's been for. And I hope that you would follow my orders, as I would follow. Well, and he kind of corrects himself, as I hope in the future I would follow your suggestions in your auspices domains. The one thing I do think is it's not just going to be us three forever. We all know that. We're really maybe considering Aiden joining, and there'll be others. Of course, there will be. Now, I do feel a certain responsibility in this regard. If we have someone who joins who doesn't see it this way, who maybe challenges in a more traditional Garu way through combat, take alphaship of the pack, and then wants to run it more traditionally, where they say jump and we say how high, that's not something I'm going to tolerate.
That is not necessarily a traditional pack, Will.
I don't know. However, there are packs that operate like that, and if we have someone that joins us through necessity or through, us giving someone the benefit of the doubt, and we have that, well, I see it as my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
Anyway, that was just a little bit of advice that I wanted to give you, since, you said what you said just before. Don't feel like you are forced to do something because the biggest part of your auspice does that. Make your own way with your own beliefs in the nation. Because there's more than one way. And even though the main road might be going to the right, if you feel that it's your path to go to the left, and that is definitely an option. And don't let yourself be held back by the main part of your auspice,
Thank
no
you.
matter how hard everybody pushes. And
It makes me feel better to know that you don't think that I'm letting you down by not doing this.
we have never said that you needed to do this, Will. It was
I
only
know
you.
you haven't. It wasn't only me, but I know. It's my choice to make, and this is the choice I make.
Good.
And it will be the choice I make until something changes. It will not be my Foston challenge.
To be so.
Yep.
I trust you more than anything else. You know that. I do think from time to time you're rash and you act without thinking, but that isn't always a bad thing. So far, you have shown that you can do this. I am just. I want you to promise me something.
Oh, she's definitely gonna squint her eyes like, yes, I'm looking. I have now a serious business face.
What I said before, when it was just you and me having breakfast, after I had that night with Felix.
Hmm?
um, it's important if, like a lot of people I've talked to, well, I haven't talked to a lot of people, but some people that I've talked to mentions that you are too focused on everything else and not on yourself. Being an alpha is not just taking care of everyone around you, because you can't do that if you don't take care of yourself first. I want you to promise me that you take care of yourself first and then of the rest of us, because you can't lead us if you are not well or if there's something wrong and you're struggling with it. I want you to promise me that.
And she is gonna get up from her chair, uh, probably tapping Will on the shoulder if he was still kneeling, because like, yeah, man, you can stop, like, please stop. And she's going to approach Talate and place a hand on her shoulder. I and she take a deep breath. I promise you that Tabisha's gonna take some time for Tabisha.
Okay.
So as she she takes a more well a less serious expression. So I never got to try fresh livers out of a dead carcass. Who wanna try?
Yum. Yeah, let's go. It'll be fun.
Yeah, let's let's have a good hunt and let's let's just have fun. Good hunt will keep our blood flowing.
We'll get on the phone to Tom and say uh, we're going upstate. Can you bring a car, etc.
And well, I think as as oh god, it's so bad.
Saskia, God damn it.
It's so bad. Uh, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
As we were going will hunting there, I said also it's here.
Uh,
I guess this is a good way to end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching, and we'll catch you next time All right, across New York.